Hey guys, it's Casualgamerreed, YouTube's #1 Heat fan. I'd like to talk about the Western Conference playoffs for a second. We have the Spurs and the Oklahoma City Thunder in the championship. And I'm going to just come out and say it. I like the Spurs in this series. I realize the Thunder probably have more talent. You know, they're more exciting to watch. They're everybody's favorite pick and all this. But the Spurs have been playing great in the playoffs. They're undefeated. And I do understand that Oklahoma had a harder series with the Lakers. You know, they had the Gasol, Bynum, Kobe Bryant. You know, the Lakers was a good team. And the Spurs, they've had a lot easier road in the playoffs, but you're going to have that when you're the 1 seed. And that's what the Spurs are. You know, they're the 1 seed. And they just have so many great role players. You know, you've seen nights where Duncan and company have not even had to do anything because of the role players. Bonner, Leonard, you know, they're loaded. Splitter. Who would have thought Splitter would be anything, you know. But, you know, Oklahoma City, they got James Harden off the bench. Great bench player. They got Ibaka inside. They got Perkins inside. 2 great defensive players inside. And Oklahoma City is pretty much a jump shooting team from what I've gathered. You know, watching them in the playoffs. You know, I've not watched many of their games this year, but I have watched quite a few Spurs games in the playoffs. I did watch most of the Lakers series with Oklahoma City just because I hate the Lakers so much, and I'm glad they beat the Lakers. I really hate the Lakers. But, you know, I like the Spurs to win this in 6. You know, I believe they are playing just better as a team. Sharing the ball better and all this, you know. And they've got that big winning streak. I think it's 16 or 18 games. It's something like that. And what I'm wondering is, you know, when they do get beat by the Thunder, they will not sweep the Thunder, I don't think, in the playoffs. That would be a miracle. But I wonder how the Spurs will respond when they lose the game. You know, because they've had this winning streak so long. That's something people's not talking about. You know, they've had this winning streak going for so long. What's it going to do to them when the Oklahoma City actually beats them a game, you know, because they have, I feel they're just better, you know. Most people are picking the Thunder, you know, from what I've seen on ESPN, people love the Thunder, and, you know, they could easily win this series. You know, I'm not saying that the Thunder have no shot. I'm just saying if I had to bet on a team, I would pick the Spurs. I feel they're just playing better as a team. And Tim Duncan has turned back the clock. He's playing as good as he did 4 or 5 years ago. You know, Popovich has managed his minutes this year, and he comes into the playoffs fresh. The whole Spurs team is fresh. And both teams have had plenty of time to rest as they get ready for the first game. You know, they've had plenty of time to rest because they took care of their series quick. So, it's going to be a great series, folks. You know, as much as I'm looking forward to the Heat playing, hopefully Boston, you know, I want to see them play Boston. I hope the Boston can win Game 7, you know, because it would suck to really see the Heat and the Sixers. I like competition, and I believe the Celtics will give them the competition all they want. So, hopefully we can see the Lakers, the Celtics, and the Heat in that Eastern Conference Finals. But, you know, most people, and I have to agree with most people right now, I would say the 2 best teams in the playoffs is the Spurs and Oklahoma City. And whoever wins that series between those teams, they will be favored in the playoffs, in the NBA Finals. They will be favored, whoever they play, which should be the Heat, hopefully. So, as much as I love the Heat, I have to give it up for the Spurs and the Thunder. They are the 2 best teams right now. You know, as much as I hate to say that, they are the 2 best teams. So I'm picking the Spurs to win it in 6. But, you know, it could go either way. It always could. But I believe the Spurs are just playing better as a team. You know, they're just it seems to me, you know. So anyway, that's my thoughts on the Western Conference Finals. I like the Spurs in 6. Please like, subscribe, comment, and go Heat.